So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning, people. My name is Stephan Reis. Of course, we're here until 8 o'clock. We got a busy Tuesday coming at you. We have Mr. Robert Faria coming in this morning to tell us about a cycling event, the International Cycling Grand Prix, that will take place this weekend. And we also have Seth here. And he's going to have a topic called fat digestion, something you might want to pay attention to. In the meantime, we have a few things to get to, including a TNTech issue, all right, which was brought up yesterday in Parliament by Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bisesa. But before we get to that, we want to get through some of the headlines. Good morning to the regional viewers and everybody watching us internationally. The YouTube audience, good morning to you. We are back on. Yes, we are here. And if you're watching us on Facebook, Tego, wherever you are, good morning. So yesterday, of course, was the media review, and Minister of Finance Dave Tanku took center stage to deliver his presentation. And in the paper this morning, payday coming. So Tanku promises to address outstanding wage matters for nurses and teachers in 2027 budget, but tutor unhappy with the timeline. It seems like you can't do anything to satisfy tutor. No wonder the president have a girl name, because that's what he just get on like, a girl. All right, Crystal? So you're getting your money. You're still vexed. It's as if they didn't listen to what the man say. If you listen to what Tanku said yesterday, you would understand. He spoke about the debts that they inherited, and they had to clear that debt. As a matter of fact, he focused on something called the, just now, I just had it in front of me, you know. Right, look at right here. He placed particular emphasis on what economists describe as the primary balance, the difference between government's revenue and non-interest expenditure, and the primary deficit had fallen dramatically. What they inherited was a deficit of $2.93 billion. That was under the PNM. And they have brought it down to 101 million. That is a huge difference. Okay? He also spoke about some other things, but to the payday, Finance Minister Dave Tanku has assured nurses, teachers, and other public sector workers still awaiting the conclusion of salary negotiations that financial relief is on the way. However, the necessary monetary allocation for them will be made in the 2026-2027 budget package once ongoing negotiations and calculations are completed. Addressing workers anxiously awaiting settlements while piloting the motion for the House of Representatives to adopt the report of the Standing Finance Committee yesterday, Tanku said government was committed to honoring its obligations. He said, quote, I want to tell nurses, teachers, and whoever else that are currently at the bargaining table or are awaiting finalization that relief is coming. The documentations are being provided now, and in fiscal 2027, the relevant appropriations will be made. But despite those promises from Tanku that a 730 million arrears package stemming from a 5% wage hike for 2020 to 2023 period would be fully settled by early 2026, teachers are still awaiting that payment, and tutor, meanwhile, has been repeatedly calling on Tanku to indicate when nurses will see. And the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association, meanwhile, has been repeatedly calling on Tanku to indicate when nurses will see an increase to their salaries, which President Edie Stewart said had not been budgeted since 2013. You understand? You understand the ridiculous nature of Crystal and Edie? So you are no salary increase at budgets in 2013. We in 2026. These people now come in. They now do 8 months, 8 to 9 months in office. I know some only have it as over a year, but it's 8 to 9 months. And when I get to Imbert and the spin he tried to put on the Moody's upgrade, I'll explain you how. You understand? You sit down this in 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. For the last 12 years, the man come yesterday and say, we're going to deal with all you in the budget in October. Right? Or you go get everything, once all the negotiations completed, Right, we go handle all you. All is still upset. Like all you need a gravel or something, boy. Me and no. Anyhow, moving on from them fellas and them, yes, because we have time to waste on them. I see here that Imbert says that the Moody's upgrade is not due to government performance. So former Finance Minister Colin Imbert has accused the government of dishonestly taking credit for Trinidad and Tobago's improved Moody's outlook from a negative to stable status, arguing that the international rating agency decision was driven by higher oil and gas prices linked to conflict in the Middle East rather than government's handling of the economy. And contributing to the debate immediately following the Finance Minister, in the media review, Imbert rebutted claims that there was an improvement thanks to the UNC. He said that Trinidad and Tobago already held a stable outlook before it was revised to negative in December 2025, arguing that the latest adjustment returned the country to its earlier position. That is a spin. And I sat there and I listened to him and I just shake me and I say, this man is really a seasoned politician, you know. He knows how to spin things. So let me explain only how this does work, right? The PNM called an election in April of 2025. However, before they called that election, they would have presented a budget in October of 2024. That budget that they presented in October 2024 would have taken you from October 2024 to October 2025. That would have been a fiscal year. So even though you had an election in April, and it had a change of government, the incoming government did not have a budget. So therefore, their duty was they had to work with the budget put out by the PNM in October, which included the PNM's payments, plans, and policies. Right? So any negative outlook that would have been established in December of 2025 could not have come from a budget that Tanko would have presented in October of 2025, because those plans and those policies did not kick in yet. Because when he presented it in October, they would have debated it for a few weeks. The budget would have been passed later in October, and then plans and policies would have started to be implemented in terms of the start of November. So, Moody's would not have downgraded to negative based on those plans and policies. They would have downgraded to negative in December 2025 based on the plans and the policies put forward in the October 2024 budget. But you see, Imbert know that you don't know that. You understand? Because the election was 6 months before the UNC could have put forward a budget. A government does not start operating until they present a budget. That's why I said they have been in government for about 8 to 9 months now. You have to check from October when they present their budget. And that is a flaw in our system where politicians want to pull a date from their back pocket and just pull it out of the sky and say election will be on this date. Your election is supposed to be tied to your budget. So therefore, if you are presenting a budget in October, your election ought to be around September. That's how it's supposed to work. So that any incoming government, from the time they take up office and they're sworn in and everything, they present the budget. They don't have to sit down for 6 months with monies that they did not allocate, or resources that they do not have, and operate with the budget of the previous administration. Because the previous administration's ideologies and policies and plans are not that of the incoming one. So they have to sit down for 6 months and wait till October to present a budget. Right? So that budget that would have been presented in October now would have set out a certain plans and policies and so on and so forth. It would have been implemented, and any implementation of any policy takes time to either bear fruit or not bear fruit. So when Moody's come now and say, hey, we revise this and we put it in, they revise it from negative to stable, it would have been based on those plans and those policies presented in October and implemented. I tell you. Let me get the next one there. What's the next headline? Forget the teachers headline. We don't deal with them already. Right? They can't wait. You understand? Huh? Right. So the Prime Minister is calling for a criminal probe into Scotland over T&Tech legal matter. So we're going to get to this after the break. So I won't waste time going through this. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to come back to that. We're going to play what the PM had to say. We're going to play Keith Scotland's reply, right? Because we had to give both sides of the story. The Prime Minister presented something in Parliament. She came to the Parliament yesterday during the media review to drop this information. And then Scotland was asked about it outside, and we'll get your thoughts on that. There was a whole protected list, and she revealed some of the names on that list. It's amazing, you know. These are the same people that claim to be for the small man. Yet, all of them sit down on a protected T&Tech list, right? So that if they own, apparently, according to what the Prime Minister said, when you're on that list, if you own T&Tech, well, the T&Tech ought not to cut you. So you're on a protected list. So they raise their salary. They're already entitled to certain to countless perks, right? Freeness is what they live on. And down to the electricity bill, they wanted to safeguard themselves from and almost not pay. If you know what I mean. There is no reason for them not to pay on time with the kind of salaries they make. No reason. But they're on a protected list. And I would like to see the rest of the people on that list. You understand what I'm saying? I know I'm not on it. Right? Because I just get my message from T&Tech anytime I late. That is due for disconnection. But these are the same people that wanted to raise your electricity rates. Remember that? When they wanted to come and raise residential electricity rates? Residential and not commercial. Right? This administration has put in a little increase for commercial customers, not residential customers. But they wanted to raise residential. That's right. Remember the property tax that they wanted to come with? It wasn't for commercial, it was for residential. But they want to claim to be the champions of the small man. But every policy that they wanted to implement was targeting the small man. While the commercial people who are the business sector and the elites, they wouldn't go and touch them. Did they get? Yeah. Anyway, enough said on that. Let me give you some info here. All right, so elders. Let me get elders now. So this vacation, elders classes is offering 3 exciting opportunities for growth and success. They have the AI 3-week course where you can gain the competitive edge, learn to master practical AI tools that transform your business projects and school assignments. And they also have the CSEC vacation classes where parents, you could set your teenagers on the right track for the new school term. Enroll them in the 6-week program for forms 3, 4, and 5. And they have the conversational Spanish. So if you're ready to speak Spanish with confidence, join Elders' lively 7-week course and open doors to new opportunities. So you could give them a call now on 627-8632 or 715-5480 to register today. All right, do not waste that opportunity. We also have the Keolic range of products backed by science, and they got over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. All are made from the aged garlic extract, and you have the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, the circulation health. Wait, what is that doing? Yeah, the circulation health, and they have the Keo green powder drink mix as well as Keodophilus probiotics. So make sure and pick up the product at a pharmacy or health store across the country. You could also WhatsApp them on 728-0338. All right. We're going to take the break, and when we come back from the break, we will get into the T&Tech issue. I'll read you a part of the story and what the Prime Minister had to say. We will play a part of that presentation. We will hear from Keith Scotland, and then we're going to open the phone lines and take your calls all the way to the top. So don't go anywhere. It's going to get exciting, electrifying. Breaking Dawn. We continue after this.
Come on down to the AO World Cup Arena. View all World Cup games live. Located at All Out, 94 Tragrig Road, Queen's Park Oval, Port of Spain.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Welcome to Point Tobago. Antigua Mas. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mas. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Cars, sports, careers, food. We men always talk about these things, but not about our health. Did you know that testosterone is responsible for muscle mass, strength, deep voice, healthy hair growth, and the sex drive? With low testosterone, we may not achieve our potential. The good news is that Jameson Power for Men is an excellent testosterone support. Take Jameson Power for Men and perform to your max. Jameson, here for your health.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth. And we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape. My favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning, and as we return, Director, that's some get the massage therapy. Yeah, let me deal with that. So the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited. If you're considering a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology, then get ready because they're enrolling now for September 2026. You could learn from experts with 40 years in the field, all right? That's 40 years of experience. You could train for a job in the fastest growing industry in the world. And they are registered with the Ministry of Education. They are also registered with the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago for a gate-funded massage diploma. They are also registered with the National Training Agency to teach a cosmetology level 2 CVQ. So give them a call now on 658-3907 or 496-1111 is the WhatsApp number. So you can WhatsApp them on that number, 496-1111. You can also visit their website, www.ttcollegeofmassage.com. All right, so let's get into it. Pull up the headline, the last one with the Prime Minister calling out Keith Scotland and calling for a criminal probe into Scotland over TNTech legal matter. That last headline. So let me read you a little piece of it. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar yesterday announced that she intends to file a report to the police for a criminal probe to be launched into opposition MP Keith Scotland for allegedly conspiring to defraud a state entity. She, speaking during the media budget review, Persad-Bissessar claimed that Scotland, while an attorney for TNTech, allegedly deliberately misled the state company into believing that he filed a case against Flavorite Foods Limited when records reveal he did not. She said, quote, "I wish to announce that I have instructed the Minister of Public Utilities, the Honorable Barry Padarat, to ask TNTech to institute legal proceedings against Mr. Scotland and his chambers for fraudulent misrepresentation, professional negligence, and breach of contract. I've also directed that consideration be given to a formal complaint to the Disciplinary Committee of the Law Association for breach of the Code of Conduct pursuant to the Legal Profession Act. I have also directed that this matter be reported to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Fraud Squad for investigation and to determine whether criminal charges should be laid for conspiracy to defraud TNTech, misfeasance, and corruption." End quote. Persad-Bissessar claimed that Scotland, while representing TNTech, was made to file a claim against Flavorite, which is owned by People National Movement member Andre Montai, and failed to do so while informing TNTech that he did. She said the information came to light after TNTech instructed its lawyers to file a claim against Flavorite to recover outstanding arrears on unpaid electricity bills totaling $2,392,220.11, which accumulated over a 5-year period between April 2017 and January 2022. She claimed that while Scotland reported to TNTech that he filed the case on 2 separate occasions and also filed for default judgment against Flavorite, this was not supported by court documents. The Prime Minister also called out a list of people and entities linked to the PNM in terms of this list, the protected list, which we will get to in just a little bit. All right, so this is a very serious allegation, all right? So in simple terms, if for those of you who need to read it out, ABC 123, Scotland apparently was hired by TNTech to deal with a matter against Flavorite. This would have been when the PNM was in power, right? And there were some documents that were supposed to be filed within a specific time. And while TNTech was asking about these documents being filed, apparently he said, allegedly, that he filed the documents. However, the court, right, that claim is not being supported by the court. So the court is saying the documents were not filed. All right? So if that is the case and he did not file the documents and he was telling TNTech, yeah, file it, right? That would be that's a very serious allegation. Now, the protected list, the Prime Minister also said that they discovered this secret protected list of customers, and she said, you know, when the average person owing TNTech, they come in to disconnect you. But lo and behold, under the last administration, they had this whole protected list of persons that even if they're owing electricity, owing a bill to TNTech, that TNTech could not cut them. Run me that clip for me. Run that clip for me, please.
Then TNTech has a secret list. We discovered something else. Then TNTech has a secret list. It's called a protected list. A protected list. When this matter came to our attention, we were not satisfied with the explanation as to how this could have happened. It revealed that Mr. Montal's company had been placed on the secret list. Elite secret protected list. That protected list, I'm advised, meant that TNTech should not disconnect persons who were lucky enough to be on that list, even though they did not pay their bills. That was what the secret protected list was. Let me call some of those names, Mr. Speaker. That protected list, so the public can judge for itself. Keith Rowling, Sharon Rowling, Marvin Gonzalez, Penelope Beckles, Foster Cummins, Donna Cox, Renuka Sagram Singh, Nayan Gatsby Dolly, Kazim Hussain, Terence Dayal Singh, Shamfa Kujo, Simon De Nobriga, Fitzgerald Hines, Alison West, Rohan Sinanan, Hassel Bacchus, and here this one, and the others will take me too long. Listen to this. People's National Movement Tobago Council. People's National Movement Tobago Council.
That's a party headquarters.
When I read it, I thought, hey, maybe this is a THA. No. This is the PNM Tobago Council on a protective list, not to cut the bills, not to cut electricity, even though they had not paid their bills. Mr. Speaker, I'm advised that contractors who engage in financing and building Ballyjay House, they are also on that list. They were also on this list. So, Mr. Speaker, as I said, we intend to get to the bottom of this with the investigations, and we take it from there. I thank you very much, sir.
All right. So Keith Scotland was asked about this outside Parliament yesterday. This is what he had to say. Run me the Keith Scotland clip, please. Yeah, let's hear what he had to say.
Shield of parliamentary privilege. The Honourable Prime Minister in the parliamentary chamber, under the shield of parliamentary privilege, made some very egregious attacks on my professional character. I have looked in the short space of time that I have reviewed the allegations, and it revolves around a TNTech matter, and I say three things categorically. At no time will you see one document come in under the hand of Keith Scotland that anything was filed that was not filed. Secondly, the action is not statute barred because in 2024, the claim on behalf of TNTech was refiled, and we have a stamped request for entry of judgment in default of appearance. They have taken back their files, but whatever happened after that is no concern of ours. And in those circumstances, I invite the Prime Minister to make these claims outside of the Parliament. We have done the claim, we did the entry for judgment in default of appearance from Flavorite, and to presume or to make an allegation that because Montai is some PNM member, that there was some collusion to suppress a TNTech matter is a serious allegation, and I call upon her to make those allegations outside of the Parliament. I understand that something may have happened with her favorite blue-eyed boy in Parliament, and it may be that they may want to say that I was involved, and they think that they can come, but they cannot come at me, certainly not with this matter, because I have all my documentations. And also, one would recall, in late 2024, up to 2025, the elections, I was not in practice. I gave up my briefs because I was a member of the cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago. And I have the documentations in my hand, where not only was the claim refiled, but a judgment in default of appearance was made, supporting with all the documents, and we even have a query from the registrar querying some of the issues that were raised in the judgment. And that was not told to the public, and I want to set the record straight. What we will not do is I will not be silenced. I will rile against any injustice, be it against parliamentary staff, be it against people of Trinidad and Tobago, and they will not silence my voice with attacks on my character, attacks on me, and by extension, my family. I'm not taking that. And that is my response.
Just quickly, just to be clear, was there a default judgment against Flavorite?
We have at present in the court a request for entry of judgment in default, and there's a query from the registrar relative to that request.
Was that filed in time? On time, or was it out of time?
In time, remembering that 2 years were suspended for filings due to COVID. That seems to have the delimitation point. That seems to have escaped the Prime Minister, the Honourable Prime Minister and her cohorts. It did not escape me, it did not escape the persons who would have filed the documents. And I repeat, there is no correspondence anywhere, and I ask anyone whoever to bring it, where I would have said, I did something that was not done.
Saying you was going to say something. Sure.
To the best of your knowledge, when you were no longer involved in the matter, everything that was supposed to have been done was done?
To the best of my knowledge, when it is that there was an issue with the first claim that was filed, that was corrected, and this claim was refiled in time because it's an ongoing debt for the amount that was owed to TNTech, and when there was no appearance, a judgment in default of appearance application was made in the refiled matter. I made sure that I have my documents. Of course, there are client privileges issues that attend. I will make sure that I make contact with TNTech. This is not the first time. I understand they need to come after me, you know. But I will stand firm, and my record of service will stand firm.
Do you plan, or any other member of the opposition, or plan to use any of the standing orders to give a response in the parliament? Is that allowed?
I have not interrogated that fully as yet. I suspect that after the Honorable Prime Minister made her speech, I would have had a window of opportunity. But at the time, because we had no notice of it, I did not have the proper documentation, and I did not want to speak without having the proper documentation. I got it shortly after, but it was not within the window that was allotted to me to respond.
And any comments on the whole secret list? Any member wish to respond to that?
I know nothing about any secret list. It is something that comes as a surprise to me, and that's all I would say. I noticed my name was not on it, but my name featured very prominently in this statement made by the Honorable Prime Minister, and as prominent as it was made, I will defend it with the prominence that it deserves.
Thank you.
Thank you. MP Scotland?
Yes.
Is it possible?
All right. So let's get your thoughts on this. The Prime Minister is very clear. Scotland was also very clear. So I am treading down the middle on this because I don't know. So the only thing that I can't understand in the whole situation is how the, if it was filed, why does the court not have any documents to support that the claim that it was filed? Because that's basically, that's the whole mystery in the whole thing. Because what the PM is saying is that they decided to go after this 2.3 million, and they looked into the matter, and then that's everything took place in terms of them calling to find out if this thing was filed or not. And when they called and the court said they had no record of it being filed. That is my understanding of what is taking place here. And I think it is, she claimed that while Scotland reported to TNTech that he filed the case on not one but two separate occasions, and also filed for default judgment against Flavorite, right? Because I think default judgment would be if I bring a case against you and you don't file any defense, then by default, I win the matter because you have not filed anything, right? So if Flavorite did not file any defense, then that is why the default judgment would have been brought. Right? However, this was not supported by court documents. So they're saying that the court documents that they have does not support that he filed the matter. So he is saying otherwise. So, yeah, we'll go to the phone line, get your thoughts on this. That protected list, though, that protected list is a very interesting list. I want to know how long that list is, boy. Anybody here on that list? I want to chop up and ball here, yes, right? Lord of mercy, I telling you. A bad boy, a man in the back say, yeah. Hey, morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, Stephan.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead, share your thoughts. We got some time to take some calls.
A lot of the lawyers do things like that. If you go back into history and you check people who are waiting on certain documents from the lawyers, and you go to them, they always set you back, and they put it here and they put it there. And when you do your checks yourself, you realize it's not there. They do that. All a lot of lawyers do is money paid, money earned by them, and that's it. These people are ridiculous. The kind of money they make in Parliament and the privileges they have with gas and the different things, they should be ashamed to even the same people they say they're working for, they're helping. They should be ashamed. Ashamed, all of them. All.
Okay.
And you're watching Mr. Young and Mr. Imbert. Watch their faces. They're looking like they coerced him already.
That's
Yeah,
interesting, you know. I
watch
was
it.
watching
You
the
could see.
body language and stuff of those standing
Body
around
language. Yeah. Have a
Yeah.
pleasant day. Take care.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching that, you know, body language is say plenty, you know. Morning.
Morning, Stephan. Man, I dig wrong here.
Doesn't very somber
Stephan,
mood. Yeah.
where the difference between me and you and them ministers, boy? Sometimes when you see we get cut off, let me tell you something. There are people who are wrong, we get cut off, who I know get cut from TNTech. And you have to pay back for connection fee. And when they come back down, they're telling you, here we're going to have to rewire the house because some of the wiring that they have a fault. Now, where's the difference between them and we? Because
Well, they are the ones in charge, so they could make the rules.
do anything.
Basically.
They could do anything. Right?
Yeah.
But by the end of the day, just take out, they should have select certain men too. Now, who knows? Next thing you know, later on the day, you see Stephan Reis on our list, no?
No. But I don't be on no list, brother man. I don't want to make no list. I don't even want to make a grocery list right now. You understand?
By the end of the day, yeah, I understand me. By the end of the day, it's the good, bad, and the ugly. Good, bad, and the ugly on the screen there, that's now in the Stephan. Right? That is the Shaolin Master, the Buck, and Scott Yard. Take care, Stephan. Have a blessed one.
All right. Don't see. Lord Father, put me on a list, not me, that man. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Okay, so this is another thing that the Prime Minister revealing again, and I think she's starting to sound like an email gate, you know, because we had the list of the corrupt politician that was given by the U.S. We didn't see anything about that. We had the PNM had allegations against them for taking money to build the Red House. We didn't hear nothing about that. Nothing about that as it relates to the PM pursuing that case. Now we have another one.
Yeah, but the PM, hold on. PM can't pursue a matter. That's what the police do.
Well, we ain't hearing anything in the investigation.
Well,
right?
then that's the police.
Again, look, we have another one again now, and we ain't seeing anything. And again, we want to see people behind bars. I don't care who it is, whether it's the PNM, whether it's the UNC, you do corruption as the AG say, face the law.
Okay.
I think the country needs to see some kind of evidence that politicians,
some
or people who are in
consequences,
office, right, are being held responsible
Understood.
for these type of actions. And this is what we want. We want to hear about the talk and the allegations in the parliament, and it just coming like, you know, let's see something. Let's see a difference as it relates to people being accountable and held accountable for these type of things. Right? So for now, I'm watching because this is the third one.
Okay.
Okay.
But it don't happen just so you know that. All them things that take time. Morning, too long for that matter. But morning, yeah, what's up?
Talking about TNTech, I want to show you any topic now. You say the youth man who get shot on was he too food boy?
The what?
And he had the youth man who get shot up on the TNTech, not the one who thief in it, the one who get shot in the yard.
That the man that tried to thief the copper?
Nah, that is something different. The
Nah,
wire
well,
yeah.
I ain't too familiar.
It was on ENL yesterday.
No, but I didn't see that.
The man get shocked so bad, Stephan. That cut over the man 2 foot and the man, one of the man, I don't know. The youth man, I don't know.
Well,
yeah, bro.
Sorry to hear that, but that's what happens. I mean, it's serious.
Yeah.
Electricity and nothing to play with, you know. I don't even change a light bulb.
I wanna come out to that.
All right, but we'll see. Yeah, man, I want to straight this one. All right.
You don't think that's going in this country?
All right. Yeah, man. You know, with such serious allegations, it's interesting that, okay, I'm not saying, you know, I would have thought that the opposition leader would have been, you know, there with Scotland, just for the fact that she's the opposition leader. Morning.
Morning, Stephan. Morning. I want to slightly stray from the topic a little bit to ask you, is today or the 18th is your birthday?
The 18th, Thursday.
Oh, what I was calling to tell you happy birthday today, Africa. You know, nobody would not know, and I'll be able to tell you happy birthday, but well, I'll call you back on the 18th if there's anything, but I want to tell you, between you and I are on the list, right? They can't cut me off just so I'm on the list.
You're on the list?
On the list, yeah. Enjoy your day, Stephan.
I call you so boy. Morning. What's up?
Morning. Morning, Stephan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I find we're not really getting serious with we're not getting serious with issues in this country. That if you have to come out and make statement, be honest. You can't be taking Dick Trump and leave Harry. You understand what I mean? Like the caller make you understand where he was calling on the Prime Minister digging up this day. Why she didn't call about the two senators who supposed to be behind bars right now? Because I still ducking that serious issue. Why he didn't mention that? They ain't talking about that serious thing happening in Parliament recently.
Yeah, but these allegations are extremely serious allegations. And, well, they are allegations for now, but she has signaled the intention in no uncertain way that she has instructed that criminal charges be laid against Mr. Scotland. And she has also signaled the intention that she has directed certain people to police, the fraud squad, anti-corruption squad. So, I mean, look, it's yesterday she brought this to the Parliament. You can't expect that the matter would reach to the court by this morning, yes?
I know, but
right.
listen,
These things take time.
That move, yeah, I agree with that. No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think that is real great moves. These are moves to get serious. Let's get and do something. Let's set an example. And unless we can't have people talking to running them out on things that yes they do that, and let's get serious in this place. You understand? And I think, and I'd like to see that more seriousness come out for those serious investigation. You know, behind bars is the whole answer. Have a nice day, Stephan.
No problem. Yeah, these things will happen just so. I mean, it's an extremely serious allegation, especially as a lawyer. I think that this could get him debarred, amongst other things. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah.
Stephan, on that list, I heard two names. One, Sharon Rowley, and the second, Keith Rowley.
Yeah.
And what I'm asking is if those names were for commercial property or residential property. Because one would think that if you're living in the same home, you would have one Tiantec bill coming to that home, and either one would be paying for it. So does that say that we have two separate residents where these people live separately? Just asking. I just do, you know, sometimes things just give you a little interest now. But coming back to the situation about the allocation of the finance bill here. Him would stand up on the Parliament and try to tell the finance minister where money is supposed to be allocated instead of where they're thing. And he lists out about 50 loans that he took when he was in government that needs to be paid by 2030. I just wonder if people has been listening to what these fellas have been saying and what the kind of situation them put this taxpayers, citizen, and the country in. Everything this man pointed out there was loan until 2030. Does people know the kind of economic situation this man has placed this country in? Like every single thing that he did in the 10 years he was in government was just take loans and nobody didn't know about it. And now this government have to come and honor all those obligations. Plus, try to maintain the economy and stabilize it.
Correct.
People got to listen. Sit back and listen to what these fellas are saying. And sometimes they'll be exposing themselves and they don't realize it because sometimes, their head just be too close to a part of the body that they don't realize it, what they'll be talking. Have a good morning. Take care, man.
All right, no problem. There's another question that kind of tickling my fancy here on this TNTech flavoritis here. Morning.
Hello.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. I have a message from my former good friend, Mr. Kitos. Take that. I am sure the PM, remember she was a law lecturer, she would have lectured to him. Don't play with her. Now come, face your allegations. It has been reported. And of course, don't interfere with anybody from her team either. I love how Dolly look like she want to cry over there. Watch her face. They don't know where to go, where to come, what to do anymore. So, Keith, let the chips fall where it may, sir. All the best.
All right. All one the protected, no, this protected list. Listen, we got to take this thing serious. You're talking about, listen, they were proposing to raise electricity rates for residential customers. Remember that? And the reason why they wanted to do that is only remember that state entities was owing TNTech. TNTech was owed something like $7 billion, right? And the $7 billion that was owed was by a lot of state entities, right? They just weren't paying their bills. And when the news came out of that, all of a sudden they started to bring up this conversation with raising the electricity rates, but for residential customers only, right? So your rates would have gone up if they had the chance to do so, right? And meanwhile, you talking about certain people saying on a list, a preferred list or a protected list of TNTech customers that they don't want to pay their bill, but we can't. These people, and they make the money that they work for, what they're doing on any protected list. They're working for money. How much is well, at the time they would have been in government, right? What is a government MP salary right now? About 40-something thousand? It's somewhere around there. It's about 40-something thousand dollars they get. And I think that might have been before the raise of pay. You understand what I'm saying? What you doing on a protected list that you can't pay a light bill? How much light you using? My light bill is $1,500. Me working for nowhere close to what I'm working for. I had to pay my bill when the month come. Well, when every other month come. Morning, final caller. Hello?
Morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Final caller. Take this one.
What equipment you using? I use 1,500.
Huh?
All the air conditioner on?
Well, I just have my AC running. I just have my, honest to God, when I'm home, but I have little queries there because sometimes when I fly out, and I go on for a whole week or two, when I come back, when the bill comes, the bill's still high. And I like, but wait, I was only country for 2 weeks. So somebody's sleeping in my room and I ain't there, what? You know what I mean?
I feel so that a couple of ladies inside. Anyhow, on a serious note, they attacked the Prime Minister and the Attorney General said that they attacked me and they attacked my Prime Minister. And they're coming out now and they're bringing out the things now that we wanted done for many years. Because politicians have been able to get away with a whole lot of nonsense and corruption.
Right.
So we need to get these things happening in such a way now that they would try to charge. Now there's a process. Because you're telling the Minister of Public Utilities to go through the process of the police and whoever and trial along the way. So things will happen. But in Trinidad, it'll take a little while. We have to ensure that the DPP now do his job as it relates to charging people. So, but at the same time, what she's doing is telling her ministers also, do not get involved in corrupt practices. And that is all going well for the country because the money is now is going to have a degree of fair play to some extent. So we're looking at that now from that perspective now and understand now, everybody now has to toe the line, not just the the car owners and traffic people and all kind of things, but also how ministers and people involved in the ministries. So we've seen a different dispensation, and we like what's happening right now. And these people were attacking, and all of them can quite do some simple things. She shut down Speak Scotland, SC. She shut down Karen Marcel. She shut down this one, that one, everybody across the world by simple statements. This is a powerful prime minister. Man. She's not easy. We've got to be very, very careful. Yeah, you have a good one.
All right, man, no problem. All right, I've got to go to the break, right? Because we have our guests coming up in the second hour there. That's it for the phone call. So now, listen, I know a lot of people. That's, it's interesting, eh? That's the cry now. The cry now is, boy, I will see people get locked up, I hear, and I hear all of that. I want to see the same thing too, regardless of whatever, right? Because I believe if you are trusted to take up a position, a public office, then you ought to, you ought to carry out your duties with integrity. So I want to see that just as much as everybody else, but you have to understand how the system works. It's the same thing with the Sealy matter with Samaru. When everybody jump out and they're on the pavement and you're making noise. And I said to you, what you doing out there? A DPP cannot reverse his decision. So being out there serves no purpose. Because you could make noise from now until 2030. He cannot. It's not within his powers to reverse a decision to charge. The matter has to go through the court. So there is a process. There is a rule of law. There is a natural course of justice. There is a process. And the same thing applies here. So what we see happening is that certain things, remember they take up office. Obviously, when you go in and you take up office, you're going to go through all of the documents or whatever, or you're going to look at how the ministry was running, who was getting the contracts, and then there are things that will make sense and there are things that will not make sense. And when it don't make sense, you bring it up, you bring it to the parliament or you bring it to the public, in the public space, and then you allow the natural course to take place. So the Prime Minister has brought this to the parliament, and she has also instructed that the matter be sent to the TTPS for an investigation for criminal charges. Also, she has said the fraud squad and the anti-corruption squad. So that is what she could do. She cannot go now and walk in the parliament and pull out a pair of handcuffs from out of her purse and snap it on anybody and lock them up. It don't work like that. Right? And they have to have their fair chance to defend themselves as well. Okay? Because in this matter, from what I'm seeing here, while the allegations are extremely serious, the thing for me is there are a couple things. If you filed, how the court have no record of it being filed, right? Because that is the basis in which the Prime Minister is saying that Scotland may have allegedly misled TNTech, right, while representing them. The other thing is, the matter was, from what I'm seeing here, right, this bill, this $2.3 million bill, almost 2.4, because it's 2.392, right? It accumulated over a 5-year period between April 2017 and 2022, right? Now, for a bill to be accumulated over a 5-year period, we're talking about 5 years, that is a whole term in office, mind you. That is a whole term. If I miss my bill at the end of 2 months, is every 2 months we pay TNTech, right? Right. I might get a little grace, but by the next cycle, they're going to cut my throat. They're coming to disconnect me. And that is if they allow it to go to the next cycle, right? Now, obviously, commercial customers are given a little leeway, I would imagine, right? Because of the quantity of the bill. Whether that is fair in comparison to residential customers up for debate. But we're talking about this being accumulated over a 5-year period. 5 years. That electricity, Flavorite was getting electricity and no bill was being paid. And money just accumulated. Right? But Flavorite's still operating. So, where again current from? If you understand what I'm saying. So where they getting current from? If they're still operating right now, you understand what I'm saying? Because as far as I know, they're still operating, right? And Flavor Reis still operating, fellas? I think so, because I think a good friend who is always part of our events with the yoga at Guiltless, I think all of that falls under Flavor, right, if I'm not too mistaken. But they don't have nothing to do with this accumulation of bill and that kind of thing. But I'm just saying that they would have been able to operate in 23 and 24, right? Because they were still operating. So there were 2 years after that, within that term, they were still operating. And now the matter is being looked into as to arrears. So this administration now comes in and they say, but wait. And from what I hear and I understand, it ain't just Flavor Right. There are a few others to come that are owing TNTech significant money, right? It is my understanding that, because it is not Flavor Right alone, right? It have a lot of other people. If you go down that protected list, I'm very sure that you're going to find a lot of people on that list probably owing TNTech. You understand what I'm saying? For long periods of time. That is not fair. They have to pay the bills, right? So that's why I said I'm very interested to see the rest of that protected list, you know. Should only call out a few names, you know, but the list look long. Couldn't really get into the business sector, right, as such. But look, we will see where that goes, all right? But the Prime Minister signaled an intention on what course of action she's going to take, and Keith Scotland has signaled his intention of the course of action that he is going to take. And the matter will proceed, I would imagine, to be sorted out at some point in time or the other, and the chips will fall where they may. But I'm telling you, it's a very, very serious allegation. So we got to take a break, and when we come back from the break, we'll have Mr. Robert Ferrier with us, and there is a cycling event coming up this weekend. It's called the International Cycling Grand Prix, all right? And it'll take place at the National Cycling Center, so don't go anywhere. For those of you looking for somewhere to go for Father's Day, all right, for this whole weekend coming here, we got something for you along the line of sports. So keep it right here on Synergy TV. Breaking Down will continue after this.
Welcome to Zambrano's Learning Academy. We are more than just a preschool. We are a family-oriented early childhood center where children are loved, nurtured, and inspired to grow. We'd like to think of ourselves as a safe space. From the moment a family joins our community, our hope is that they feel welcomed, safe, secured, and truly at home. By cultivating positive partnership, education becomes a journey best traveled together. We understand that every child is unique with their own strengths, interests, personality, and learning styles. That is why we believe every child has potential, and our role is to nurture their curiosity, confidence, independence, and love of learning so that they can thrive both in school and life. Using meaningful experiences, hands-on explorations, and proven educational practices, we create and develop a genuine love for learning. Our goal is to help children become confident, capable, independent learners who are prepared for an ever-changing world. We focus on developing the whole child by supporting not only academic growth, but also social-emotional development, problem-solving skills, resilience, and character. Most importantly, we believe that when children feel valued, connected, and understood, they thrive. Enrollment is ongoing at this time. You can contact us at 689-1345. We invite you to experience the warm partnership and sense of belonging at Zambrano's Learning Academy.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals. Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, people, so we're back, and as we return here, we're just about 11 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock, and we got two guests in this second hour. We have Seth Weil aboard coming up a little bit later down, but right now we're going to be chatting with Mr. Robert Faria, and he is here, the Managing Director of Team DPS, Drive Phase Sport, and they have an event coming up this weekend from the 19th to the 21st at the National Cycling Center. It is Speed Paradise and Carnival of Speed International Cycling Grand Prix. So, I want to say good morning to Mr. Faria.
Thank you.
And welcome into the program. So, this event at the Cycling Center this weekend, International Cycling Grand Prix. We could start there, right? So, tell us about this event, how much years the event been around, and if the top of the top cyclists in the country, how many of them are going to be represented there?
So good morning and thank you for having me.
No problem, man.
I like the vibe of the program.
Lovely,
Yeah,
lovely.
I like the vibe. So, very interactive. I like the vibe, man. It's
Nice,
make you feel to wake up in the
yes,
morning.
Man,
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about.
But the event started, this is our 4th year.
Right.
And it started with a simple conversation at a continental championship, Pan Am Championship coaches.
Okay.
We were talking, having a discussion about having events in this side of the world and the opportunity for our riders in this side of the world. And I said, boy, I came back home and I said, we have a world-class facility here, right?
Right.
I have my own cycling team, so we train there and stuff. And I say, every time I go, I say, but you could do this, man.
Right.
So because I go to the events and I see how they organize, and I said, I'm gonna try my hand. I bring my team together. I say, you know what? Let's try to have the event. It normally starts off as a class 2, which is a lower class event with the UCI. Went through the process. I got it registered, got it approved by the UCI, which is the governing body, through the National Federation. And we started to put it together, and we had it for the first time. And it came off pretty good. Pretty good. The local riders, like the event because I tried to mirror it with the international style of how it really is supposed to be. I worked at home, and that's how the thing kicked off.
All right, lovely, man. Yeah. Well, I know we have a top rider, Nicholas Paul, who has been doing very well internationally. But we also have other riders as well. But Nicholas Paul in the country, or not in the country?
No, he's not. He's actually he's the only one that is not going to be here because he came last year to the event actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at the event last year.
All right,
but
great,
he is in Switzerland preparing for Commonwealth Games, which is next month in Glasgow. So he couldn't come back. It was kind of not in his schedule. Well, but all the other riders in Trinidad, we have Tennille Campbell is on our way back home to take part in the event. Alexi Ramirez, Makara Wallace, Justine Phillip, all the foreign-based riders, they're all back home.
But let me ask, this is at the cycling center?
This is at the cycling center.
All right, because from what I understand, our cycling center, it's top class, right?
Top class and certified.
And certified.
Correct.
Explain that certification.
The certification process, you have to apply to the UCI. Now, I want to make this clear. The owner of the facility is a small company in Trinidad and Tobago and the government, right?
Right.
The onus is on the Cycling Federation to apply to have the track certified. That's the process.
All right.
I'm saying so because I'm the one who went through the process to have that velodrome certified in Cuba. When I was the president of the
When he was the president of the cycling, all right.
Yeah, when it was built, we couldn't have a world-class facility and not have it certified. If it's not certified, then if records are done there, then it does not stand.
Okay. And this is the only certified
cycling in this part of the world.
In the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah. There's a list on the UCI website. You can go and see a list of all the ones that the UCI would have certified.
Okay.
And maybe a key factor is certification. You have to take a motorcycle and ride one of those small ones and ride at 85k for a full lap.
Serious?
And the reason for that, is that the angles of the track and the whole turns and stuff, that the bicycles would stay in the velodrome and not in the stands.
And not end up in the stands?
Certified.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You certify the lights, you certify the toilets, the doorways, everything. The whole building is certified.
So this is like top of the line facility.
You know something? I think not even 90% of the people in Trinidad have never went to that place.
I wouldn't doubt you.
I
think 99% of the population don't even understand how good the facility is.
Correct.
Because when this facility, I remember when the current Prime Minister, she was the Prime Minister at that time.
Correct.
I remember when Kamala Prasad Visesa and they took on this project and they built this cycling center.
2016.
It was
2015 and it opened in 2016.
And it opened in 2016.
Correct.
So they built it in 2015. And I remember when she built it, she said this is going to create sport tourism.
Right.
Where we have a certified top-class cycling center that riders from all over the region could come and they could use the facility.
So I want to stick up in there.
But
we have 20 countries coming here this weekend.
We have 20 countries coming here this weekend?
Yes. We have from, let me start in the alphabet. Anguilla, they just got into the track cycling.
Right.
We have Australia, Belgium, Barbados, Colombia, Chile. We're going down the list again. Republic of Korea, India, Sweden, Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, Jamaica. And that's all on top of my head I'm going, I feel I'm missing a few, right? 20.
Wow.
Close to 100 riders from all over the world.
That's gonna be there this weekend.
Yeah, so it's getting a little big for my cycling team, who is the organizing committee. But we holding our end.
We're holding the end.
Because we actually got upgraded from class 2 to class 1. And to explain that a little bit quickly is that class 2 gives you, each rider gets like 100 points coming down, right? Which goes towards the world ranking. Class 2 riders get 200 points. So we have 2 class 1 events, which is Friday, we have 1 event, Speed Paradise, and Saturday and Sunday, we have Carnival of Speed, which is a separate event. So riders from around the world, they will come here and they will get 2 class 1 events. So a rider could come here and get 400 points in 3 days, rather than going to 1 competition and get 100 points.
And how those points benefit the riders?
Those points go towards their world ranking, which qualifies them for the World Championships in October. And the World Championship in October is the first Olympic qualifying event for cycling. So it's how important it is to riders.
Yeah.
Not only foreign riders, but our local riders.
Right.
So like we have the, Quincy Browns and Justin Phillips and all of those guys, that are vying for positions to qualify for World Championships in October. This event is very, very important for them.
Wow. Yeah. All right. So so they earn points here, right? Like you said, that goes to their world ranking.
Yeah.
Right? And that world ranking, of course, the benefits of that is like when you go to the World Games and where you're
World
ranked.
Championships,
All right, so this
that's how you qualify. So they take the top 30 riders.
It's an international side. Okay.
Correct. They take the top 30 from your world ranking to qualify for the World Championships.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to come here and get 400 rather than 100 points is big.
Big.
All
big.
right, nice one.
So like we have the Canadian team that came in this morning. We have like 14 of them.
Okay.
Both men, women, endurance and sprint riders.
Wow.
And all they talk about is about getting the points to get to the world ranking, to get to that world championship.
Yeah, I think people, as spectators, we don't understand that, They ride it to get a ranking, Yeah. I mean, we discovered, you just go out, you just watch the race and wherever, or the event, and I think, we just totally disconnected the fact that they competing for something,
Yeah, it's a serious business for them.
It's a serious thing for them because that is where, their points go up.
Correct.
Their ranking goes up, and then, they get into certain...
they stay in their program, in the national team program, because if you drop off ranking, you drop off the program. So it's a lot of, for those riders, it means a whole lot to them.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to understand that with runners, But doing my 5K, I got to realize that the runners that run in these 5Ks, time. It's the time. They always, because that time now puts them in a certain ranking.
Correct.
And I remember the first year, I didn't get the measurement correct. And it was a little longer than a 5K. And the runners come and tell me, Stephan, it's a little longer than a 5K, and apparently, because it took as a 5K, the time would have been slower. And it's a whole, it's a whole science and everything that they had to take into consideration. And the same with cycling. Now, this is happening on Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So anything for the fathers on Father's Day?
I like how we talk about that.
Right.
So we're bringing the vibe,
Nice, man.
So we want people to come out. We have, before we came on here, we talked about the exercise, and the stationary bike and stuff. So we have Max Fitness is giving away a stationary bike, a spin bike that you can win, if you come on Father's Day. We also have biking, giving away a bicycle if you want to get outdoor. We're gonna give in a free bike. Some lucky persons will go away with those 2 gifts.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
So there are prizes and giveaways as is Father's Day.
Correct.
In terms of, let me just ask you about the development of the sport of cycling in Trinidad and Tobago. How much cyclists we have? Serious cyclists.
At the top level, so most of our serious cyclists will be taking part this weekend, right?
Right.
And I think we have maybe about 20 in those at that level.
At that level?
Yeah.
Right.
So, I think we have been a little bit dwindling in numbers over the years because, some of these riders, the pathway is not really, made clear to them on where they go from here, and how they get to the next levels. Cycling is a very expensive sport, very expensive. A track bicycle could range from 20,000 TT to 100 and plus TT.
Right.
Right? Like what Nicholas Paul rides, the wheels and stuff is very expensive. To get that funded is another story by itself. So, how do you get that funded? Sponsors, you have to ask somebody, a godfather that say, I like Stephan, he looking good, I feel he gonna make it to the Olympics, let me fund him.
Did you say 100,000?
Yeah, man, one bicycle wheel could go for about 25, 30,000 TT.
One of those wheels there?
Well, not one of those.
Oh, okay, all right,
The full carbon wheels.
The full carbon wheels.
Yeah, so if you have two of those wheels, right, you're talking $50,000 just in wheels. And the tires is about another $2,000 to $3,000 in tires. And the frame will be about $60,000 to $70,000.
For the frame?
Yeah. And then you could go to the special handlebars and then the suit they wear. But these are guys that go to the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would have a lot of those guys who would have gone to several Olympics here this weekend too. Actually, the #1 ranked female sprinter in the world, she would be here.
She's going to be here this weekend?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Because all these people making sure that they're here to get their points.
To get their points.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so a lot of the riders here rank between 1 and 30 in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Top 30, boy?
Top 30 riders.
That's a big meet. Yeah. So just before we run out of time here, of course, this Father's Day weekend is going to be a terrific family outing as well. So you could take the children as well. Let them take in the activity and watch the event, the riders. Tickets, right? Where do people get tickets?
Biking, Marabella, and Shogunas.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could
Biking in Marabella and Shogunas.
Yeah, tickets available.
All right.
There.
Tickets available there.
Yeah.
All right. And all right. So you get your tickets at Biking in Marabella and Shogunas. And I guess the only other thing that I could probably ask is time. What time the event starts?
5 p.m. all 3 evenings. If you think that you want to see somebody qualifying events, because we have it earlier, so we start a little earlier, like around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
We have like the qualifying events, but 5 p.m. is when all the finals and semi-finals run off.
Okay, at 5 p.m.
From 5 p.m. each
All right,
each
nice
afternoon.
one. So that is 5 p.m. people. So get your tickets at Biking in Marabella or Shogunas. Make sure and go out and take in this event. It's going to be a terrific event over the 3 days. The tickets are for the 3 days, or?
We have a season ticket that you can
Right.
buy for $200 that you can
Right.
come anytime around.
Only $200?
Only $200.
To see that caliber of riders?
Yeah, only $200. And you can come anytime during the course of the 3 days.
Okay.
To any of the sessions.
All right. So you got the season tickets at $200.
So those wheels, Stephan.
I thought it would be more than that. Eh?
You were just seeing a glimpse. Yes,
Right.
Those wheels could run you into about 50,000.
Seriously?
That's a pair of those wheels.
I watching this thing slide all the time.
Yeah.
I complaining about a BMX for costing $800. Now with a BMX, I didn't even know what's up. It's still a BMX. BMX still around?
Yeah, you could get them in biking.
In biking?
Yeah.
I wonder what's a BMX now.
I don't think it's $800 though, but
I think it's more than that. Back in my time, it was $800. Back some years
That's
ago.
a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. Yeah, you would get a BMX around 800. But now, yeah, I remember I had a BMX. I ride a chopper already.
Yeah.
I never ride a 10 speed though.
10 speed?
Yeah.
Stephan, I want to say something, right?
I never ride a 10 speed.
I want to say something. And one of our main purpose for my team is that I'm from Arima. I grew up in Arima where cycling, when Arima Velodrome had cycling around the Easter time, was a packed house. Right? When they had Hampton Games in Arima, was a packed house.
Packed.
Sport, when they had Memphis and the Army playing football in Arima, was a packed house.
Right.
Right? I grew right around the Arima Velodrome. That's where I grew up. And I have the passion that we need to get sport back on that.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
We have a facility. We have a world-class facility. I have the passion. And, you know, the team around me, we want to bring cycling back to those days.
Nice one.
You know, and make the difference was a big sport tourism factor.
No, but I think, listen, when I'm telling you back then, between 2010 and 2015, when they spoke about sport tourism, it had to do with the aquatic center. Remember, they built the aquatic center, top of the line, from what I understand.
It is.
People don't even understand how top of the line the aquatic center is, you know, that world class, you know. I don't even think it have a center like that in the States.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth. I think America even have a facility like that. Then the cycling center, there was another center too. The Racket Center.
Yeah, it was the three of them.
It was three of them that they had, right. And I remember sport tourism was a big conversation. And that is where the partnership was aiming at the time, going into 2015, into 2015, when they built, and I did not know, because I pass in our cycling center all the time, but it was only when, I ain't making this, I ain't bringing this up here, I ain't want to comment from you on this, but it's only when the tragedy happened in Skinner Park, and the conversation kind of took the turn of, but we have a cycling center.
Correct.
Why they went on Skinner Park. And it's only then I started to look at the cycling center a little more, and in reading up on it, I realized it is a top of the line,
world
class cycling center. It's a no jokey thing we put there, you know. That is top of the line, you know, like top, tippy top, you know.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
On par with cycling centers anywhere else in the world, you know. So the kind of tourism that we could create to have cyclists coming here to train, and I mean, what are the other, just before we take, what are the added facilities that you would need into a gym?
They have a gym there.
They have a gym there too?
Yeah, man. They have a world-class gym there.
So they have everything there then?
Let me tell you something. This morning, the Canadian team came in, right? And they came all had on sweaters and stuff. And the first thing they did was take off the sweaters.
Really?
Yeah, because they feel, you know, they feel very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Nice and warm, you know, they're ready to go.
All right, cool, man.
You know.
So they have a gym, everything there?
There's a
Top of the line gym?
Top of the line gym.
Top of the line gym?
Yeah.
But what else you need? It have anything that is wanting?
For a team that wants to come to train and that's nothing else, the coaches.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that, yeah. I'm telling you, we have the opportunity to earn some serious money.
Correct.
You know? Syria, we're talking about foreign exchange shortage and that kind of thing. These people pay to come and use the cycling center. You know, I mean, you check and see how much cyclists are all over the world. You understand? Well, just in the Western Hemisphere alone.
So like in Canada, when in winter time, they have to find somewhere.
They have to find somewhere, they come down here.
Yeah.
You understand? But I hope the current Minister of Sport and the Cycling Federation in some sort of conversation about getting that going. I mean, I don't know. He's the former president, but I don't know.
I ain't going there.
All right, don't go there. All right, people. So I'll tell you what, it is this weekend. Anywhere you don't want to go, I ain't going. So it is June 19th to the 21st. That is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You could get your tickets at Biking in Marabella and Chagonas. And remember, you can get the season ticket as well. It's just $200, and you could go all 3 days or any particular day that you choose. All right, you have the opportunity to get children out, the family out for a terrific event, and because it's Father's Day weekend, there will be giveaways and attractions and activities. So make sure and go out and support this. It is the Speed Paradise and Carnival of Speed International Cycling Grand Prix at the National Cycling Center. 5 p.m. is the start time. And I want to thank Mr. Faria for coming in this morning and talking about it, man. Go out, anything sports related, you know me.
Yeah.
All right, so look out for more sports related content as well as I start to get back into, and well, not just get back into the sports, but I start to implement a little more features as it relates to sport on the program. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, Seth will join us, and we will chat with him. Fat digestion. Interesting topic. I have plenty to digest.
llegó. Martínez, Molina, Romero, Senesi, Taliafico.
Come on down to the AO World Cup Arena. View all World Cup games live. Located at All Out, 94 Tragrig Road, Queen's Park Oval, Port of Spain.
Welcome to Antigua, Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua, Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, in my dad
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to Antigua, Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua, Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, in my dad.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yep, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Yep, Scandal in Citrus finally comes to Queen's Hall. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online, and at the Queen's Hall box office 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Don't miss this chance to catch Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall. Scandal in Citrus.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwayoclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
All right, so we're back, and as we return, just real quick here before we start chatting with Seth about fat digestion, Chef Shiraz and the Culinary Academy, they have the open day. All right, so they have an open day going on where you can discover the chef in you. All right, it's Thursday the 16th, Friday the 17th, and Saturday the 18th of July. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., free admission, refreshments will be provided. You're going to get the academy tour. You can meet the instructors and current students. There's an information session on the diploma, the certificate, and other available programs, and admission and enrollment guidance, and also scholarship and payment plan information. So there's also going to be a live cooking demo at 11 a.m. So make sure on each day, 11 a.m. So make sure and give Chef a call or WhatsApp him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. All right? So we're 21 minutes or 20 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock, and for the next 10, we'll be joined by Seth Wayo. Seth, morning to you, man.
Good
What's
morning.
up? Everything cool? Fat digestion.
Yes, yes.
So let's get going with that, man. Yeah, man, I'm very interested here.
The reason I chose this topic too is for people to heal, you actually require fat. Fat is a necessity for the health of the body. Necessity, all right? But you have to understand the difference, dietary fat and fat storage.
Oh, okay, all right.
So,
I'm not going to say a real healthy. Yeah,
referring to the dietary fat. So dietary fat is a necessity. If you consume absolutely zero fat, you are dead. Right? You must consume fat. It is a requirement. It's part of the macros, the 3 macros. Fat, proteins, carbohydrates. Right?
Okay.
And you need those 3 macros. Right?
Okay.
Now, you don't need all of them dietary. For example, carbohydrates, you don't need dietary carbohydrates. The body can produce that. But when it comes to fats, you definitely need to consume that. All right? When it comes to proteins, the body cannot synthesize all the essential amino acids, so you definitely need to consume that as well. All right? So, let's get into fat because a lot of people have a hindrance and they restrain themselves from consuming it because of things they have heard over the years. So let's start with the first slide. So let's pull up the first slide here. The superficial belief about fat, all right? As you can see below, it says dietary fat does not go straight from the plate into your arteries. So a lot of people have this belief. When you eat fat, it goes straight into your blood and then boom, it causes arterial plaque. That is not the case. That's not how it works. So let's move on to slide number 2 and let's see what really takes place. So this is how it actually works and how the body actually handles fat. It starts off when you consume it, with the chewing process, there's something called lingual lipase. So that's the starting point of fat metabolism, of fat digestion. But the main digestive process of fat doesn't take place in the mouth. The next step, it goes into the stomach, where the stomach starts to churn things around and move around, and then you have gastric lipase being secreted. So in the mouth you have lingual lipase, in the stomach you have gastric lipase. All of that is starting to break down fat into smaller molecules. But that's not where the main digestive process of fat happens. As it mentions at the bottom, most fat digestion happens in the small intestines. So in the small intestines, you have cells that lines the wall, specially designed to detect fats.
Okay.
Right? Specially designed to detect fats. So when fat is detected, you have the release of CCK. CCK stands for cholecystokinin. Cholecystokinin is a hormone, that is secreted, and that signals the gallbladder to release bile. Right? It signals the gallbladder to release bile. Now, here's something very interesting. Bile, we know, stores bile salts, right? The gallbladder, stores bile salt. Bile salts is a emulsifier. The purpose of it is to break down fat. But let me explain a little bit something else here, just to show you how important fat is. The liver produces bile, right? The liver produces bile. And bile is stored in the gallbladder. The gallbladder is the only organ in the body that is solely designed to deal with fat. It is the only organ. Any other organ in the body that has to deal with any of the other macros doesn't deal with that macro alone. It deals with multiple things.
All right.
The gallbladder is the one organ in the body that is designed just to deal with fat, which means fat is an important substance. Dietary fat is an important substance, an important molecule, an important nutrient for the human body. This is why your body have an entire organ dedicated for it. Right? Now, this is just some additional information I'm throwing in here. So fat is not something you're supposed to not consume. All right? Your body have a whole organ for it. So let's go back to it.
But hold on. How do we, you say fat is not something that you're not supposed to consume. That
you're supposed to consume.
Fat is something you're supposed to consume. All right, so let me just take, I just want to be clear here. A nice piece of pork. Right? Pork comes with, there's the fatty part of the pork, right? Is that something to consume or not to consume?
You can't.
Because plenty people just cut off that and say, I'm taking off the fat.
You can't consume it. You don't need to consume all of it, but you can consume it. All right? How the body deals with fat is very different, because as we go along, we would see, because even if you consume excess fat, your body has a way to eliminate that.
Okay,
right?
that's, yeah.
So then after the gallbladder releases bile, all right? And then we see in next day there, the pancreas releases lipase. So let's go to the next slide to understand what the gallbladder does with this bile. So we have the large fat globules that would have come in from the stomach, all right? After the little gastric lipase would have started to break down some of the fat itself, but it's still in large globules. Now, bile salts is an emulsifier. It emulsifies fat. What that means, it acts like a detergent, right? Detergent, for example, you have, let's say, squeezy or one of the dishwashing detergent, right? And you use that on fat, you realize it doesn't have sticky and slimy, right? You know what that does? It breaks it down into smaller particles so that it can be washed off and washed away. So bile is an emulsifier. And the reason why it's an emulsifier is that you have the enzyme, which is the pancreatic lipase, that has to further break fat down, right? And that would separate it into fatty acids and monoglycerides. Now, that could only happen if the molecules are small, because if they're too large, then the enzymes can't get around the fat enough to break it down into the fatty acids and monoglycerides.
Okay.
Now, if you notice here, this is a very intrinsic step-by-step process that the body have with dealing with fat. Right? Why does the body have all of these step-by-step processes and an organ designed solely for fat to deal with fat if fat is not good for the body. All right? So let's go to the next slide. Right? So now the fatty acids and monoglycerides that have been broken down from the large globules of fat and that have been into smaller globules, fatty acids and glycerol, that now mixes with the bile to form something called micelles. Now micelles, remember, fat don't really mix with water, so the water now pushes these things to the wall of the intestines. The wall of the intestines now would absorb the fatty acids and glycerols. And inside the intestinal wall now, the fatty acids and glycerols are going to reform and be rebuilt back into triglycerides, right? Because the body have to package the fat before it travels, right? Look at all this intrinsic process that is taking place in the body. The human body is a very fascinating thing, all right? So the long chains of fatty acids now have to now be, is now packaged. It's like when you go to deliver something or order at the post office or whatnot. You don't just put the thing in a box just so. They would package it with other stuff to make sure it's safe and whatnot. So the packaging is what we call the chylomicrons, and that comes in with it have cholesterol and the fat-soluble vitamins, and all of that is packaged. Now, because it is packaged, it is too large to enter your bloodstream. So all of this here, notice fat didn't enter the bloodstream yet.
I realize that.
It didn't enter the bloodstream yet. So these chylomicrons now have to enter the lymphatic system before it could enter the bloodstream. So things don't just go straight from your mouth straight into the bloodstream. It have a lot of steps. If we count how much steps we count so far, it's a good few steps that we count so far, right? So then it enters the bloodstream close to the heart. So in the lymphatic system, then it enters the bloodstream close to the heart. But that is not the end yet. Let's go to the next slide. Right? So, as it enters the bloodstream, the chylomicron circulating in the bloodstream, of course, the body have enzymes to detect things, and it's going to release the other enzymes, the lipoprotein lipase. Lipoprotein lipase is what extracts fatty acids from the chylomicron. So it extracts the fatty acids from the chylomicron. Now, fatty acids can be used by muscles, by the liver. It can be used for muscles, for energy. It can be processed by the liver. Let's say the liver even wants to eliminate it or even help store it for energy. Right. That can happen as well. And fatty acids can be used by mitochondria to produce energy. All right? And in the mitochondria, when fatty acids enter the mitochondria, it is then broken into two carbons called acetyl-CoA, right? And acetyl-CoA is what would enter what we call the Krebs cycle, right? That enters the Krebs cycle, and then you have ATP. What is ATP? Stands for adenosine triphosphate. That is your body's energy currency.
So that's why I say when you're burning fat, fat is, all right. Fat is where your body will use for energy, like when you're working out.
But here is the thing.
Okay.
If your diet is off, your diet is off, it can shut down that process by which fat can be converted to ATP.
Okay.
This is why nutritional therapy is so important, right? So a lot of people are here blaming fat for health issues when fat is not the problem. So you might be wondering, so what causing all the plaque in the arteries? That's what the last slide going on show here.
Yeah, we're causing this. We're causing all this.
So that's what the last slide
What is this?
So let's go to the last slide.
What is this?
Deeper issue here.
What is this?
So this is the deeper issue here. Sugar can be turned into fat. Sugar can be turned into fat. Remember, what we were dealing with is dietary fat, eating fat, and understanding the process that happens when you eat fat itself.
Right.
But when you consume sugar, as it says there, excess sugar would go to the liver to be processed, especially the deadliest sugar of them all, which is fructose. All right? And in the liver, that produces triglyceride, and that's a process known as de novo lipogenesis, which produces triglycerides. All right? And that now causes an increase in triglyceride level. Triglyceride now, you're going to get triglycerides in your bloodstream, and that's going to lead to VLDL, which is very low density lipoproteins. And because it is low density, that is what can stick to the walls of the arteries, and that would cause metabolic dysfunctions. It will cause glycation, inflammation, and insulin stress, as we see there. But of course, as I mentioned at the bottom there, this is a deeper topic covered in the book and on consultations. Because it goes much deeper, because I go into the root cause of diseases, showing you how sugar can tie into a lot of different issues. So this is why people need to understand sugar in the full sense of the term, and that's what I go into in my book. Chapter 2, especially in my book, goes in depth into sugar, so you can understand that. So fat is being blamed for the issues that are caused from sugar. And I remember a couple years back when I did pull up the article, and I did talk about that, where in 1967, organization called the Sugar Research Foundation, they paid scientists to basically lie with regards to sugar and to throw the blame on fat. And that was because the studies and all the science at the time was showing that sugar is what was causing heart diseases. Right? And of course, heart disease has to do with the building up of plaque and stuff in the arteries. But the Sugar Research Foundation, they would have realized, hey, this would be a major profit loss to us if this information continues to come out. So how can we, stop that from happening? Let's bribe the scientists, right? So that's what happened in 1967. All right, now all of this is in my book.
Right.
And I explained in my book as well that in 1967 there were no conflict of interest policies at medical journals, right? So because there were no conflict of interest policies, the Sugar Research Foundation, they financed the research and then they hid it.
Okay.
They hid it. So they didn't let anybody know that they are the ones that financed this research, or else it would have come up as a conflict of interest, but no conflict of interest policies in 1967. Conflict of interest policies came about in the 1980s and was only enforced in 2006. And that corruption there was only discovered in 2009. So the entire world was blaming fat for something sugar was causing for a whole 42 years before any truth came out that was fabricated information.
Wow.
So today, people still today have a negative view on fat, and fat is your main energy source. Fat produces clean burning fuel. It's a clean burning fuel. It does not cause glycation. It does not cause inflammation. But here it is, this clean burning fuel has now been demonized because of wrong information. And even when the information has been corrected, the corrections are not publicized, is not really televised. So a lot of people don't know, and they continue to demonize fat, and people continue to consume sugar.
All right, well, we just about out of time, but this is an example of a consultation, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
So this is, okay, because I get the idea now why your consultations take the time it is.
The time that it does, yeah.
Because I see that you have gone into great explanation in depth and given the whole understanding of how the system works in order to treat with fat, right? And to explain why fat is not the enemy. So I could understand now why, because it's just one topic, right? So if you go, I would imagine that this would tie into something else, that will tie into something else.
So how my
and so on and so forth, right?
operate, I deal with when people come in with their specific illness, I first start off by showing them the root cause of that specific illness and then tie it back into their diet.
Okay.
And then what needs to be done in order to reverse that illness. So a lot of people would come and ask me, so why gain $5,000, right? Because we have been cultured to look for a procedure or a product. When healing doesn't come from a procedure or a product, you need to understand why you're sick.
Right.
If you are to reverse that health issue. If you don't understand why you're sick, you will go and do a procedure and a product, and you can be bamboozled. Right?
Right.
Because
yeah.
how much
which
products,
happens,
which happens all the time. How much people out there taking product after product. And it's not more products you need, it's less products you need to heal. Right? It's about consuming what is right, what your body is biologically designed for, and that's what I focus on.
All right.
That's why I get results.
All right, people. So Setwayo aboard. Of course, you can contact him very easily. All you need to do is call 279-3935. That's 279-3935. Or you can WhatsApp him on 761-1952. That is 761-1952. And it's the Holistic Health Clinic powered by Nutritional Therapy. And you can book an appointment today, or you could call him and order the book. You are not sick, you are malnourished. You can also find the book on Amazon, RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's in Tobago, and
Gum Road.
For
digital copy.
For a digital copy. All right. So thanks a lot for the information set, and I learned a lot about fat today, boy. Was very, very was eye-opening. So we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we got a couple of birthdays, and we are out of here. Don't go anywhere. Breaking On continues after this.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today. Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, so we're back, and as we return, we got some birthdays. So 4 birthdays to deal with, and we want to get cracking one time. So birthday greetings to our beautiful niece, Aliyah, who turns 12 today. This is coming from your auntie, Chando, in Canada. And she's one of the most caring, kind, thoughtful, bright, courageous, bravest, and wonderful person. I always admire her, how she takes her schoolwork seriously. We are so proud of you, my sweetheart. Keep reaching for the stars. This birthday wish is also from your mom, little sis Haley, Auntie Raquel, Auntie Raddy, and the rest of the family. Have a wonderful day today, and surprise, enjoy that delicious cake, ice cream, and yummy KFC later. Lord Father. All right. Enjoy it, you're young. I will tell you. Also, we would like to say, that's now, All right, so this is an announcement on the passing of June Mohammed, aka Tanti June. Sadly, she passed on the 13th of June. That's just a few days ago. However, most of her friends are always locked on to the show every morning. The remote was hers. She had your show on as well. All right, well, June, and to the family of June, to Tanti June, our deepest condolences, heartfelt condolences, and to her friends and everybody, you know what I mean? Well, of course, she's resting in a better place now. And, you know, we just send out our condolences and wish you guys the best moving forward. All right? And, you know, may she rest in peace, of course. Big up June, man. Also, happy 11th birthday going out to Sienna. So Sienna, 11 years old today. May you be showered with God's graces as you continue your life's journey from daddy, mommy, brother, and grandma. All right, 11 years old. Happy birthday to you, Sienna. And finally, good morning, Stephan and the Breaking On team. Please help us show our love for our matriarch, Joan Pierre Savary, on her 72nd birthday, from her daughter Abina, her son-in-law Sydney, and her grandchildren Jaden, Jada, Jamari, and Janique. Mommy's an avid viewer of Breaking Dawn, and we brought her to the boat ride you kept for your birthday to celebrate with you, and she keeps asking when you're going to have another one. All right, we would also like to wish you a happy birthday as well. May the Most High continue to guide and guard you in all that you do. Well, thanks so much. I do appreciate it. And on the boat ride, thinking about it, we will see. But we have the Christmas party coming up at the end of the year. The Christmas party will be banging, all right? She will enjoy herself there, and we're looking to move it to the west this year. I was looking at a couple locations, and right now it's looking like Lions. So we might move it to Lions this year, from Center of Excellence to Lions. But I'll confirm that by next week. Let my birthday pass, all right? Peace be unto me. All right, so I tell you what, that's it for today, people. We want to thank Seth Board for coming through. We also want to thank Mr. Robert Farrier for coming and telling us about the international cycling event. That facility is top of the line, Iron Line. Yep. Kamala Prasad she built some real top of the line facilities. That cycling center, the aquatic center, Seth was telling me he was in the cycling center and all. And you could do netball, is it? Netball, volleyball, kickboxing, all kind of things going on inside of there. But the track itself is the only certified world-class track in the Western Hemisphere. And we're supposed to be capitalizing on that. We are not capitalizing on it. So I hope that when the Prime Minister and the government get some money in their hand to play with, that we could start to make moves to promote this properly and get people down here at the cycling center and start to create a little foreign exchange movement. All right? The aquatic center as well as the racket center. All right? Top of the line facilities. Thanks for your calls and your comments. You know, I'll leave you with this, This protected list at TN Tech makes me wonder as I close the show today. I wonder if there's a protected list at WASA. I wonder if there's a protected list at TSTT. I wonder how many other state entities have these protected lists. And I wonder if there is a preferred list for certain people when they go to the banks and so on and so forth to get big money loans and things. You understand what I'm saying? But just a thought that came to me. And I guess all will be revealed in time. So patience is key. We are out until tomorrow. Have a great day. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We are Behind the Badge and Pastor John. And then Thursday we will close the week with Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh. He will celebrate his birthday on Friday while I celebrate mine on Thursday. So Chef will be here as well. We got 2 more days to go in this short week. So until tomorrow, have a great day, people. Be safe.